Greetings, everyone. George Lamie here from Sea of Tranquility, and welcome to another episode of Book Review. On tap for today, we have Dreaming Japanese, the new autobiography from former Megadeth guitarist Marty Friedman, written in conjunction with John Wiederhorn, who is an established music journalist, written for magazines and books. It's not about him. This is about Marty Friedman. As I said, the guitar player for Megadeth for a 10-year period, which encompasses the 90s. This also goes back to his early days with a band that lives on in a lot of people's eyes, Cacophony, a old Shrapnel Records band, and covers his, ever since then, the late 80s, he's been a solo artist, recording many solo albums. So what do we got here? It lays out like a standard rock bio, which is to say, chronologically. It starts from when he's a kid and goes to now. One thing I appreciate is the family type stuff is kept to a minimum. But let's just say by the time you're at page 30, you're already into him being in bands and stuff. So I've read rock bios that, for me, toil too long on the family stuff, and it gets, that's not the interesting thing to me. I'd wager to say most people want to know about the music stuff, and this gets there pretty quick. By page 30, you're into him being in bands at least. So it covers the time pre-Cacophony as well, from his band on the East Coast, Deuce, to Vixen, to Hawaii, and finally to Cacophony, when he moves out west and gets hooked up with Mike Varney and Shrapnel Records, and he puts them together with Jason Becker, and they do Cacophony. Humorously, I don't know on purpose or not, he doesn't mention the other guys in that band besides Jason Becker. There's a passing reference to, he just uses the first name of the drummer. Doesn't mention the bass player or the singer at all. Kind of interesting. And it tackles the post-Megadeth part pretty in depth. I would say the last 100 pages of the book is all about his post-Megadeth time, where he's a renowned TV host in Japan. Maybe a lot of people don't know. He is actually more known as a TV host in Japan than he is as a musical artist, which you can see as a sense of frustration for him in the book. That's not, he enjoys that, but he would like to be more known for his music over there. But yeah, so he goes pretty in deep into that. But I think most people, at least half the people, are probably interested in rock bios for one thing, which is, does he dish on guys? Do you get the backgroundy stuff, the behind the scenes stuff? I would say yeah. For those that complained, I know around the KK book and maybe some other books, people find that unseemly. For me, I think it's completely fair. I mean, it's his life story. How can you tell your life story if you don't relate all the stories that have somebody else as a part of them, and that person doesn't come off particularly well? It's not your life story then, is it? I mean, it's a whitewash. So yeah, do you want to know if he goes after Mustaine? A little bit. I mean, he's got negative things to say, but for me, it's even-handed. It's not a dump job. He's just, here's what happened. Here's what Dave did in that situation. Leaves it up to you to say whether that's cool or not. There's definitely some things in this book I think that show him to be an uncool guy in a lot of places, but they had a 10-year relationship. Business is business. I mean, stuff happens. But I'll leave it up to you to figure out how you feel about that. I like it. I don't want a whitewash job. I want the behind the scenes dirt, whatever it may be. And I will say another thing in here that I appreciate is he's not afraid to say when he screwed up. There's several times in here where he relates the fact that he wishes he behaved better in certain situations, wishes he had done things a different way, feels apologetic, and mentions making amends with people. So I think that's important. If you're just steady, like maybe like the Peter Criss book, it was kind of like they did this, they did this, they did this. And he didn't seem to take ownership a lot of times about what he what his part might have been and stuff. But Friedman, he's out there with saying, yeah, I could have done this better. So as long as it's even-handed, that's all you can ask of a guy. You got to have a guy step up and own it. He does that. I would say if you have any interest in behind the scenes Megadeth stuff or Marty's time coming up in his bands, or even the stuff that he's doing today with the Japanese, all the stuff that he does in Japan. He covers his solo albums a little bit, not as in depth as some of the other stuff, but he does cover them. You got 377 pages, so it's a decent sized autobiography, bigger than some of the other ones in recent years. I think. I don't think the Geezer was that long. I don't know about the Getty. I never did get the Getty. Of course, you got the standard picture section that usually comes in all these books. So not huge, like 7 pages of pictures, decent shots, none that'll set your world on fire, I don't think. Overall, I enjoyed it. I would say I give it my recommendation, provided you're interested in Friedman. Is it something that will interest you if you're not already interested in? I wouldn't go that far, but it's a good read, and I'll say I recommend it today. I got it at Amazon, I think $22, so not bad at all. Visit us on the web at seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on the notification bell, and please do hit the like button. Also down below, we got links to our merch page, Cameo page, our Ko-Fi page, and the SOT membership options. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you soon.